Hello, and welcome to Final Show Films. I'm John, or Senstaku, as you might know me on Twitter, the executive producer here, and I just want to thank you for watching. It really means a lot to us that people watch, listen to, and enjoy our shows. If you want to help us keep making these shows as fun and lively as they can be, please join your fellow fans in supporting us at our Patreon page at patreon.com/fsfilms or by subscribing to our Twitch channel, twitch.tv/finalshowfilms. It really means a lot to us that the amount of you who do support us continue to do so, especially our $25 plus tier supporters on Patreon. Antitonic, Cat Waterflame, Samantha Bates, Maureen Monty, and Bradley Alexander. Every little bit helps, so thank you to all of our patrons and subs. Check us out on Twitter at Final Show Films and on our website at www.finalshowfilms.com for updates, go-live notifications, and more. We love interacting with you, so feel free to tweet at us or email us at finalshowfilms@gmail.com. That being said, please relax and enjoy.
Shadows of the Neon, our Werewolf the Apocalypse campaign that we're running here on Final Show Films. My name is Jack. I am our storyteller and narrative producer, I suppose, for this entire extravaganza. And joining me this evening is Jeremy.
Narrative producer.
I mean, yeah, even then.
Hi, my name is Jerry. I am playing Aiden Taylor, child of Gaia, Philodox, Hamid. Person.
Look, there's 6 hours a week that I get to be in charge of you fuckers. I'm gonna give myself random titles on occasion.
Well, la di da. Narrative producer.
You guys could give yourselves titles. I never said you couldn't. And Aaron.
Hi, I'm Aaron. My title for the week is fuck stream. Fuck. And
it's a good one. I like it.
And I am playing Anastasia Ambrose Chai. I'm gonna keep doing that, I'm learning. Metascaliard Silverfang.
Yep. And Mara.
Hi, I'm Mara, and I am playing Alexandra Core, Metis Philodox, Black Fury. There we go. And I am I'm a trash goblin.
Okay, that'll work. William.
Trash goblin.
Yep. I'm taking it. It's mine now.
Hi.
I'm gonna hoard it in the back.
Hi, I'm William. I'm playing Ingvar Ulfsdotter, the Hamid Gedid Fenris Arun. I guess my title for the week is the one who longs for games he's probably never gonna play.
And
I didn't get to do my title yet. I'm professional old person.
Okay, that'll work.
I'm Holly. I'm playing Dakota. She is Lupus Galliard Uktena, and I don't think I have a title for myself.
That's okay. And Craig.
Hi, I'm Craig. I'm playing Sal Mararo, the Glasswalker Ragabash Hamid, and I am the old person understudy. I don't know. I may have Jeremy beat because I just got a new pair of slippers and I am very excited about it, which is the oldest I have ever been.
Okay, you can be professional old person. I will be I will be comment smasher.
Yeah.
That's what I'm doing today for work.
Sounds good. And before we get started, this chapter of our chronicle deals with some very dark moments of American history. We will all be striving to tell this tale with the utmost respect for those who came before us and who lost so much in the pursuit of their freedom. To all of our viewers, we invite you to join us in lifting up the memory of those who are gone as we investigate a version of their story. And the last time we were in Vegas, the Wings of the Mojave Pack wasn't anywhere near Vegas. Having been dropped in the middle of the battleground via Moonbridge, the pack made short work of a revived Weaver drone before attempting to escape an oncoming force. Aiden unfortunately found himself trapped mid-gauntlet as a Nez Perce warband rode over the rise, surrounding the pack as their leader, Anuktena Thurge, stepped forward to confront these newcomers to the Battle of Bearpaw. Discerning their Guru nature fairly quickly, the man invited them to join the tribe's defense against the Weaver forces that were besieging the camp. As the pack began assisting the defenders and preparing for the inevitable assault, Hakau spoke with the Theurge, who identified himself as Looking Glass. As an expert in both the ways of war and of the spirits, Looking Glass spoke of a ritual that he had planned to create a fetish weapon known as Web Cutter, which could be used with devastating effect against the Weaver's brood, and offered to instruct Hakau in the ritual in order to assist in its creation. And now we return to the bleak defenses of this version of the last stand of the Nez Perce, with a Weaver assault looming on the horizon. Darkness has fallen, and with it a reduction in the insistent fire from the besieging forces. Torches and lanterns can be seen in the distance slightly, mostly just from a diffuse glow from where the light sources are concealed. But the presence is very much reinforced. You guys can see, if you peer over the embankments and the earthworks that the Nez Perce have created, that the camp is entirely surrounded. Both the darkness, the cold weather, the heavily exposed terrain makes any thought of fleeing under cover of night virtually futile. Looking Glass and Hakau are crouched down by a campfire in the midst of a summoning. What are the rest of you up to this evening?
I believe Ingvar is prepping the area. Whoop, fuck. This chair is going to kill me.
There it is.
Yep. It's beautiful.
We're waiting for that.
That wasn't even intentional, I promise. Ingvar is this is the night before, right?
Yep.
Ingvar is probably before she gets what little rest she can, checking the area that she had indicated a likely flank attack would come from, make sure there are at least some variety of able defenses available for the people to make use of, sort of with her knowledge and what she can predict, try and help out the people who are going to be doing the ground-based defending, because she's going to be busy playing bodyguard.
Mm-hmm. Sounds good. For the rest of you?
I
Go ahead.
sorry, go ahead.
No, you're good. Go.
I want to check just. Anya probably knows enough to check this. Does it seem like they have clean drinking water?
Seems that they had gathered an amount of water from the Snake Creek, which is that small waterway just directly to the south of the camp. They seem to have enough.
Okay, if
They
they
don't
have
seem to be
enough,
running
that's
low.
that's
Yeah.
good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I can make water and fire, but I'd rather save my gnosis if it doesn't seem like they're low on essentials. And I am assuming they have the tools to make fire because they have guns.
Yep. Yeah, they do. and they've buried a number of fire pits
Yeah.
behind the earthworks as well. Not nearly enough to make you feel comfortable about
Hmm.
people potentially succumbing to a level of it's not a comfortable campsite by any stretch.
No.
Hakal's efforts with the cardboard palace ritual and that sort of thing have made their shelter somewhat
Hmm.
more viable.
Yeah.
But there are still going to be it is going to be a difficult night.
Honestly, create element in this context is a lot more useful if it's like we don't have water or the water
Mhm.
isn't safe.
Right.
Then, yeah. So, um, I do want to point out that create element is really specific that you can't make silver.
Yes.
Like it's not it is specifically you can make fire, water, earth and air, and it's like no silver.
I mean,
Which is fair and I feel like was added because of a playtest.
Probably.
100%.
Sorry.
I guarantee
sorry.
it without
Yeah,
knowing for sure.
That's my I am available if anyone needs extra hands or I can woodwork. That's the only other thing Anya's gonna do, but she's probably gonna make sure no one else needs her.
Aiden is going to be going around, spending as much as time as he can, potentially helping out with the people here, with an ulterior motive in mind.
Okay.
He is scanning for any remote whatsoever sign that these are not legitimately just reborn or spirits of the actual people.
Okay.
Anything. He's desperately looking.
Go ahead and give me a perception and occult difficulty. Difficulty 8.
Okay.
As you, because he's basically trying to determine what is the actual base nature of these beings
Yes.
around him, right?
Actually, you know what would, I don't know if this would work. Would Scent of the True Form work?
Let me take a look, actually.
It specifically says can smell kinfolk or fellow werewolf automatically. But that would work on potentially the werewolf. Pre-change werewolves smell like kin. In all other cases, you have to roll perception plus primal urge, and there's a success ratio.
Okay. Yeah, you could do the gift if you wanted.
Okay, I will try that.
Yep.
And then if it turns up nothing, I'm still gonna roll the occult because he's still looking for every goddamn sign.
Yeah. You go ahead and give me. Yeah, that'll be difficulty 7.
Okay.
For your perception primal urge roll.
There's one success.
Okay. These smell. They smell like people, but also not like people. It's a strange sort of contradiction.
Okay. Okay.
You're able to pull the scent of Garou off of where Hakao and Looking Glass are seated near each other. And 2 Garou specifically.
Yeah, I was gonna say no.
Right.
There's a Garou over there. Wait a minute. Shit.
That half mortal, half spirit nature is there for sure.
Okay.
but you're getting an oddly similar scent off of the rest of the people in this defense camp as well.
Okay.
Reduced to an extent, not that, and a little more benign, because the spirit half of a guru has a highly predatory nature to it.
Right.
You'd almost say that everybody here is closer to kin, but also something else.
Okay. Can I do the occult too?
Yeah. Mhm.
Okay. You know what? This is important enough to him. If I can, I'm spending a willpower.
Sure.
Okay. No, there it is. Well, it's a. Do I not have? Why did that? Oh, wait. No, why? Okay, never mind. It did have it all. Never mind. So I got one success with willpower.
One success. Okay.
Fuck you, dice.
Yep. Fairly similar. The only explanation you can have is that whatever is happening here, obviously you walked into the spirit world before you got here, and you feel like you would have been able to tell if you'd walked back out. So whatever's happening here is suffused with the Umbra.
Mm-hmm.
So whether or not these are real people or spirits that are playing the parts of people so closely enough that they are gaining some of that sort of mortal aspect to them, very difficult to tell. But it's confusing.
Okay.
It's very confusing and probably not nearly as satisfying or conclusive as
No, that's bad. Okay. And then he's going to go hunt down, hope that somebody here has tobacco.
Yes, there are
Perfect.
definitely people that have tobacco.
He will entreats for some of that.
Yep. You can find somebody who can share
Great.
with you on that one. Alex.
Yeah. I am gonna do another sense worm since we're in the camp now, just in case.
Okay.
To see if it's any different. And then something else. Maybe changing based on that. So it's perception and occult.
Yes.
Or,
It'll
yeah.
be perception and occult. Difficulty is going to be 7.
Okay. 2 successes.
2 successes. There is a palpable evidence of worm taint in the area. There's an underlying current. It doesn't seem to be focused around anyone or anything in particular that you can find in your immediate vicinity.
Mm-hmm.
But the destructive influence of the worm is heavy in this scenario.
Yeah. Is it stronger now than when I last did it, when we were over like on the farther away?
By a minor factor, but
Okay.
yes. Mm-hmm.
I go find Dakota. Do you want to? I was gonna go see if who was leading watches and volunteer. I don't.
Okay.
Okay. I will go find whoever looks in chart, because the theaters is off doing theater things. So whoever looks in charge of kind of the daily stuff around here.
Dakota will
doing that.
follow Alex.
Okay. Give me a perception and etiquette difficulty 6, let's say.
Okay.
Do I need to do that too?
You can if you'd like.
5 successes.
Cool.
2.
So you guys are kind of casting around the campsite a bit, and then Alex, you see a man who seems to be walking cautiously, making sure not to expose himself from shelter to shelter, looking like he's checking in on status, making sure everybody is taken care of, and has a level of authority to him. He's wrapped in kind of a couple of blankets, it looks like, to stave off the cold.
All right, I will go sort of sideways up to him. That's less of a confrontation feel. Hello. I can't sleep. Can we help at all with watches or?
He turns to look at you. Huh. You are some of those that Looking Glass brought back.
Yes.
Kind of gives you a little bit of a once-over. How is your eyesight?
It's all right in the dark.
Yes. Yes. Follow me. And he walks you toward kind of the northwest corner of the camp. Looking Glass believes that the Sioux will come to reinforce us, and if they do come, it will likely be from this direction.
And
if the two of you wish to keep watch here, then perhaps one at a time while the other sleeps, that could help.
I look back at Dakota, and I know that that's based on Ingvar and I like assessing the likely strategy stuff. Does this seem like a good place, or would I think that someplace else is probably better?
It gives you a decent, so it's a pretty good spot. Most of the attack will probably come from either the direct east or west.
Okay.
But based on what you'd heard, what some of your pack mates had mentioned, and what you know of this conflict, if there's any reinforcements coming from the Sioux are to the north across the Canadian border with Sitting Bull. And so, yeah, they'd probably be riding south, approaching the camp from the north. So, okay. I mean, yeah, this individual's analysis seems pretty accurate.
Okay. I look back at Dakota. Yeah.
She just nods.
Yes.
Good. If you see anything, call.
Once he's a little ways away, I turn to Dakota. Do you want to go first, or?
I'll go first. I can't sleep right now.
Okay. That was not a lie. I can't lie very well. Me either. I don't want to take up space in a thing. Can I just stay here and then I'll fall asleep and you can wake me up when stuff?
Sure.
Cool. Do you mind if I have a gift that can sometimes help with noticing things, maybe? It makes it harder to be angry, though. Would you like it?
Yeah, that could be helpful.
All right. I will do Breath of the Wild. So you get. I have to make a roll.
Yep.
Difficulty 5. I should make. No, I can't actually. Where's
Out
Gnosis?
the Wii.
I didn't catch that. What?
You
Breath of the
also have
Wild
to
is-
bust out the Wii.
Right.
Oh.
Or your Nintendo Switch, one of the two. So you'll be
I-
rolling Gnosis 5.
Yep. Yeah, Gnosis difficulty 5.
Yep.
Yep, I got 1 success.
1 success. Okay.
So you get a 1 additional die on any mental rolls
Awesome.
with a scene.
So Dakota, you can, for your watch, go ahead and roll me perception and alertness difficulty 7.
Okay.
with
And I get
1 extra die from
+1.
Breath of the Wild. Yep.
Yep.
how do I add the extra die?
It should ask for like a dice pool or a pool mod or something like that, and
Oh.
you just put a 1 in there.
It didn't.
Well, then just roll 1d10
Let's see what happens.
and see what happens.
Okay. I know I've done this before, but how do I roll just one?
/roll space 1d10 enter.
Wait, what? Sorry, what was it?
So /roll ROLL, then a space 1d10, and then just hit enter in the chat.
Okay, wait, like the word forward or?
No, just the /, which is the question mark key.
Oh, okay. Sorry, that was
No, it's
throwing me
okay.
off.
This is why I use the
Roll.
button. It's easier for me.
There's a button.
There is a button.
Where's
I'll
the
show
button?
you where it is.
Well,
It's
yeah, show you where it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
There we go.
Okay, so with 2 successes, you watch and you listen. The wind ripples across the scrub and the shrubs that are growing nearby. Every so often, you think you can hear a little bit of movement out in the distance. The camp itself, it's fairly quiet except for the crackle of the campfires, occasional shifting or footsteps as someone walks by. Everybody is pretty well hunkered down for the night. You can see just the faintest bits of movement in the rifle pits to the west of you, watching just in case the cavalry tries to do something in the dark. Unlikely. Horses don't usually do well running full speed at night. But hours pass. Occasionally you strain your eyes and ears northward to see if any of the promised relief or the at least hoped for reinforcements, if there's any sign of them. But you know that at this time of day, that would be very unlikely. You wait, you watch, nothing happens. How long do you watch before you wake up, Alex?
Several hours probably.
Okay.
Then she'll kind of poke Alex in the side.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Are you ready?
Yep. I'm totally awake. And I sit and take watch.
Okay. Perception alertness for you. Difficulty 7.
And Dakota will just lay down and fall asleep where she was sitting.
Okay.
Also 2 successes.
Also 2 successes. Cool. So you take your time, listen, watch, keeping an eye out as best you can. You hear a rifle cock several paces to your west, where you know the defensive rifle pits are located. There's a whisper. And then ever so quietly, you hear a click and the slow lowering of a rifle hammer. Apparent false alarm. You hunker down, trying to keep yourself as unexposed as possible, just in case, through whatever means, the opposing Weaver forces might have something at their disposal that makes it easier for them to operate.
Yeah. Are the electricity kind of spirits that are around me, do they give off
There
light?
aren't any right now.
Oh, okay.
There haven't been any since you entered the battleground.
Okay, good to know.
Uh-huh. But they can, yes. You have noticed that
give off
once in a
light.
while there will be a little effervescence.
Okay.
But fortunately,
they're not
probably
here.
at this point,
Yep. Cool.
you don't have any of those in attendance currently. But the hours wear on. There's just the faintest glimmer of gray on the eastern horizon. You start to be able to hear birds as they begin to stir from the rest that they've had overnight. Small rabbit dashes past briefly, maybe 20 yards away. Can see the scrub shift as it dives back under for cover. Dawn is approaching, though.
Yeah.
If anything's going to happen, it's probably going to happen within the next couple hours.
I kind of try and shake Dakota a little awake.
Yeah, yes. What is
Dawn.
it?
It's
Okay.
It's Dawn. It's just
All right.
Meanwhile, the rest of you, everybody gets one willpower back for an overnight's rest,
woohoo.
including those who are on watch. Yep.
Cool.
Jack, I assume you by and large know what Sal was up to, but I did want to clarify anything that wasn't dedicated didn't come through with us.
Right. Yeah, you didn't bring through anything that wasn't officially dedicated
I was
prior. Which is why you were able to bring those guns.
Yep.
You know about that. I had to ask Jack if Sal was able to bring his Bluetooth speakers that he used to chase off the people while hiking, but no, he does not have those.
Not those, unfortunately.
So Sal just spent the evening just helping the folks in the rifle pits acclimate to the new weapons that they were using, and then goes to sleep.
As that first faint grayness starts to break over the eastern horizon, you guys suddenly hear a bit of motion from the center of the camp.
Okay.
Looking Glass has stood up, Hekau accompanying him, and is starting to have people clear a path, make a little bit of an open area, probably 20, 30 yards across or so, towards the northern end of the rectangle that everybody's been fortified inside.
Coming over.
Sal will drift over.
The ritual conflict will need to be done soon if this fetish is to be created. There's a spirit that I will defeat. And should I be successful, we will have a powerful weapon against our enemies. Hikau is sort of scraping out a bit of looks like a ring almost in the dirt. Slow, what with his injured extremities, but very deliberate. Making a line that's going to enclose this apparent small combat arena roughly 20 yards across, kind of oblong.
Is that the kind of thing he's got to do on his own, or can we give him a hand there?
Are you talking to Hikau or Looking Glass?
I guess yeah. He'd be talking to Hikau. Hey FedEx, you need a hand there, or is this kind of thing you gotta do on your own?
The conversation we had with the spirit, Looking Glass will have to face it alone. I'm simply the ceremony master-ish in this case. So
I get that, but what about the digging? No offense, but you ain't exactly the hard hat type there.
Oh, this is, and you can see he's more or less he's got a rock, and he's sort of just scraping about probably 2 inches deep or so. This is just a boundary. It'll be fine.
All right. My old man.
Looking Glass has shed his jacket and is sort of just stepping into this open area, kind of flexing his hands a little bit, shifting his weight from one foot to the other.
Respect, Looking Glass, Rhea. Not that I am saying I'm not confident in you. But should you not succeed, what do we do then?
We ask our mother to grant us bravery, and we fight with what we already have.
Fair enough.
And this is a risk, but the potential rewards are worth what it could cost. And you can see now he's holding what looks like almost a knife blank. No hilt on the tang that would go into the handle. It's a long, probably 14-inch tapered silver blade. Brightly polished. You can see glyphs carved in on either side. And he's just sort of got it lightly balanced in his left hand. If you can watch while this goes on, Hikau here will resummon the spirit, and I will do my best to carry it along.
Of course.
You guys watch as Hikau takes up a position near the edge. And where this little arena is positioned, anybody standing fully upright would probably be in eye line of the enemy rifleman. So Hakau's sort of crouched down to make sure that his head is below the level. And Looking Glass is staying fairly low as well. And then Hakau tilts his head back and gives a piercing howl. And you guys see a ripple in the air inside this little makeshift arena. You can hear most of the rest of the camp sort of starting awake. Still probably about a couple hundred people encamped in this area, and that noise just jerks them all completely out of slumber. And as the first rays of the sun sort of beam down over the horizon into this fortified square, you guys see a spirit step out as the gauntlet snaps shut behind it. It's a twisted, almost multi-natured being. One leg seems to be a knot of roots and branches twisting together up toward what gives way into a body whose texture is mostly that of earth and stone. The arms trail outward, possibly plant-like in nature, possibly fluid, and with just a flaming orb of fire on the face of where the face would be. All three legs sort of just give it a very tripod-looking orientation as it stamps down, and one of the appendages lashes out towards Looking Glass, who jumps out of the way and begins to parry with this dagger that he's got as his form shifts into a full Krynos. And at that point, everybody can give me a perception and alertness roll. Difficulty 6.
Nope.
1 success.
Nice.
All right. 4 for Sal, 1 for Dakota,
Nothing for me.
1 for Anya.
Gotta love ones.
Really?
Oh, Aiden.
And a botch for Aiden. So
For the record, folks, that is out of 4 dice, 3 2s and a 1.
God.
I
Dice
think it's
Curse
fair
is
to say
well
we're
and
out of it.
healthy.
Use that emote, folks. Fuck.
So Aiden, you suddenly realize that this thing's war cry, whatever spirit this is that has been summoned to fight Looking Glass, has an oddly musical tone to it. That's neat.
I thought you were going to say, you stick your head up and then it gets blown off by one of the
No.
soldiers.
Sal, you recognize a cavalry bugle charge when you hear one.
All right, from coming from the spirit, yes.
No.
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 Aiden botched.
Boy,
Definitely not.
I'm the one who thinks it came from the spirit because I botched my roll.
all right. Sal snaps to attention, and I mean, not in a military sense, but
Right.
And says, "Oh, they're coming. I'm getting down to the pits." And we'll head
Huh?
off in the direction of the rifle pits.
All right.
I'm assuming with that context, those of us that got 1 success.
Yeah, you guys are aware that there's an attack coming.
Then quietly to Aiden. And horns, I assume the enemy. He is making a move.
Right, I knew that.
Of course. Yes.
That was a joke. I didn't know that at all. Let's go.
Anya is too distracted to categorize that conversation right now and is just confused. Yeah.
And Sal, with 4 successes, you also hear a slightly fainter one. It sounds like there's possibly an attack coming from both sides roughly at the same time.
Okay. Sal says, then as he's moving off, he says, and it's just from the one side. They're coming in both sides, and will point in both directions that he heard the noise.
If our best chance is for this weapon to be completed, at least one of us should stay so that those engaged in the ritual are not disrupted.
Ingvar, right? Wasn't that what?
Yeah, Ingvar's playing bodyguard.
Yep. But it's important to remind people of the plan while the plan is going into effect.
Yep.
As we have all learned many times. If Aiden seems still a bit distracted by whatever his whole deal with the battlegrounds is, Anya will use her intensive leadership and administrative experience to divide us up in proper defense.
I assume once it's pointed out to him, he's good.
All right.
Places, everybody.
So who's going where, Aiden?
Didn't we have this worked out already?
We
No,
did
we did
not,
not.
actually. We only worked out the Ingvar part.
Why not?
Battlefield command. That's why, dude.
I don't know.
We didn't know where the attacks were going to come from,
Okay,
at
that
what
is a fair
time.
point.
Alex and Ingvar did point that out.
Yeah.
But okay.
Either way, you've still got a couple minutes before, you've got people with cavalry sabers riding
You
down.
also have a professional bureaucrat who can do it for you if you want.
No, he will make a roll because I'm pretty sure none of us are actual battlefield generals, but he will try to figure it out in such a way that puts equal sides on, proportionally. Like
Okay.
if the people coming from the west are double the size, obviously that changes things. But yes.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me intelligence and leadership then. Let's say difficulty 6.
It's worth trying. When coming up with battle plans, the specialty creative logic apply?
Hell yeah.
Awesome. Think outside the box, people.
Sure.
You said diff 6?
Diff 6, yeah.
Okay. Come on!
Well, you've got 5 of you that are currently sort of free agenting because Hekau has to, MC this fight, and Ingvar is apparently going to stick around as a bodyguard just in case. So 3 one way, 2 another way?
Yes, that's exactly the plan.
Okay.
It's
Which
going
3?
to be so it is going to be
keeping in mind
Alex,
that Sal has already headed off towards the west.
Yeah.
God damn it, Sal. No, that's fine. That works. That works perfectly well. It's going to be the way that makes most sense to him, which is the people that are going to work best together, which is Alex, Dakota, Anya, the direction that Sal did not go, And Aiden is running off to die next to his idiot Ragabash.
Go.
Can I do like a sanity check on that? I'm not going to contradict it unless it seems suicidally stupid, but I want to do a tactic sanity check.
Okay.
Sorry,
you can make,
Aiden.
you can make an intelligence and leadership roll
Can
as
I
well.
too? Just
Sure.
okay.
Yeah, Anya
me
has
know.
almost no intention of contradicting Aiden.
That's good.
And is it what difficulty 6? You said
Difficulty 6. Yep.
3 successes.
Five successes, because Anya's really good at this.
Yeah. Like, are you basically trying to figure out, is this a logical form of deployment?
Is this a good distribution? Are we going where we're actually needed? Broadly, will this group be functional?
Alex's angle would probably be more on the people that have been assigned together, because she knows that Aiden and Sal together apparently nearly both died together.
Look,
and she's worried about this.
what Alpha and Beta have to go in separate directions, and I work better with Sal than Anya.
Anyway,
I mean, that's fair. That's
Okay.
That's legit. Yep. And given what you've seen, Sal and Aiden together obviously are a smaller number, but they are also probably the more combat capable.
okay.
Whereas the other group is less so, but also has 3 people together rather than just 2.
Three
Okay.
people, 2 of whom are metas.
Are combat monsters, literally.
Right. Yeah. But so you guys each band has their strengths, but you feel like it's a fairly equal deployment, both sides. And yeah, if both sides of the camp need to be defended and 2 people have to be assigned elsewhere, then yeah, might as well.
All right,
Okay.
cool.
Okay.
Mm,
So we're going to initially shift the camera towards the Western theater of war. You guys, Aiden and Sal, you guys managed to keep low, slink across the ground, and drop down into a couple spaces in the rifle pits. Just in enough time to see probably about 50 or 60 horsemen break the horizon over this rise and just come charging straight down towards you. Pistols out, extended, prepared to fire. This is happening.
So, just before it comes up, Aiden's gonna look over. Hold on a sec. Aiden's gonna look over at Sal and say, "If this starts to go bad, and we've lost the spirit weapon, the fetish, I don't care if you have to knock Anya out. Get everybody out of here somehow." Because I don't believe that this is that we are going to change what happened.
Sal is, as you say that to him, is grinning widely.
I got
before you said that. To be clear, he was
Okay.
looking over you with an excited grin. Yeah, boss, I got you. But I got a little surprise for you. I think you're gonna like this.
And at that point, they begin to. You see them coming over the ridge, just now starting to gain to that point that you think they're in range. Take it away, Greg.
So at that point, the gathered rifle corps of the Nez Pierce, in rough harmony with each other, start to stomp and then clap. Stomp.
Oh my god.
Stomp, clap. Stomp, clap. And then accompanying that, After that proceeds for several repetitions, and then Sal, grinning, raises his voice,
That's-
shouts out over the battlefield. You got blood on your face, big crazy, waving your banner all over the place. Sing it.
and the as we will rock you comes out of probably 20 or 30 Nez Perce throats. The rifles come down and the fire begins. I'm gonna need everybody roll initiative.
Just the whole time, just a total deadpan expression.
From dead center of the camp, Ingvar just hears this and looks up. All right, let's win this.
Is
Just
everyone rolling initiative or
complete
just the West?
dead.
side?
Everybody's rolling initiative.
Okay.
Holy shit.
So select your token on the map. And
Where's
then
my token?
go to your combat page and
Hey,
Or a little take that.
that's all right.
I don't know if I said it, but it is okay for me to have been Krynosfirm by this point because we're running over.
Yeah, you'd have plenty of time to shift.
If there was time for
Oh,
we will
yeah, then I
rock you,
would've
I feel like
shifted
there's
too.
time to insta transform.
Aiden is
Yeah.
also going Krynos.
Yeah.
You know what's
I
great
honest-
about dedicated guns? You can shoot them in Krynos form.
I honestly don't know that there's a better time to shift into Krynos other than accompanied by We Will Rock You.
Ingvar's gonna
Oh,
spend one of
crap.
her rage and shit.
Cool. I don't know if that means anything for initiative, but I did.
It means you probably are going sooner than most people.
Oh, do
Though
I need to reroll
my
initiative because my
initiative didn't
dexterity-
add.
That'd be +1. It would be.
Did you have
+1
your
for me.
token selected?
I did not. I did not have any
but
Krynos when I was.
Oh, okay.
it,
Well, I will.
I'm
add
not
you
seeing it.
on there. Okay. Yeah. No, I'm not seeing it either. Let me get you on there.
Does initiative change with forms too when you do the dexterity boost? I don't know.
your form should automatically
Yeah,
calculate
but I
it.
rolled my initiative and I didn't have Krynos up because I wasn't sure if we had
Did the
shifted. or
same.
not.
I'm gonna roll a d10 and see if that helps me at all.
Mine would just make me tie with a bunch of people, so I'll just leave it. It's fine.
I only got a 4, so
I'm
mine's
good with that.
I think.
All right. Okay.
The nice thing about initiative is it's just the number, so it's really easy if you messed it up.
Right.
Oh,
Mhm.
oh, so mine would be 18 then. It's just everything added together.
So it's
It's-
basically it's 1d10 plus whatever the sum of your dexterity and wits
Oh, okay.
dots are.
Oh yeah, okay.
So
yeah,
you
then
don't have to roll additional dice.
Right. Yeah.
I got a 4 on everything, so it's all good.
Yep. Okay. So we are starting with Aiden.
All right. So they're still far enough away. I can't get. I can't hand to hand.
Right.
So
You've probably got about 2 or 3 rounds before they close to melee.
okay, works for me. Big rage monster comes up with a Glock and starts shooting.
Okay.
Just shooting one of them. I don't know why that's a diff 5. It should be diff 6. Really?
Wow!
Damn, son.
What?
Are you fucking kidding me?
Whoa.
God!
6 dice.
Aiden,
I rolled
accidentally
3
shot
1s, 2 2s, and a 3. I think my gun just blew up, didn't it?
Well, it didn't necessarily blow up. Basically, you draw back, you pull back the hammer, you sight it in, you drop it, and it just goes click.
Through the pack link. Motherfucker! And he just, he drops his staff, drops the gun, grabs his staff, and uses what little he has to start rushing in.
You do get a point of rage for that, though. And are you climbing out of the rifle pit and literally running at this line of horses? We'll let you finish.
Thought my turn was done. Sorry.
No, it's okay. Because yeah, literally all you did was hold up a gun and have it misfire on you.
Right.
You've still got some stuff.
Well, if I've got rage, I might as well use it.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm climbing out and using as far as a full round's running will get me
Okay.
to charge these fuckers.
So Sal,
I'm gonna die.
So Sal, you hear right next to you a misfire gun, and then all of a sudden, all you see left is the gun. As your alpha just kicks off of his back foot, leaps out of this trench, and just with a stick in his hand, charges a cavalry line.
Sounds like, hey, boss, you want to buy? Oh, son of a bitch.
Anya, you guys had enough time to get in position as well. Find some cover.
Questions that I think I would have found out the answers to in advance, but
Yeah.
Aaron just got here for this game at the time we started this game, not spent a night preparing. Are the horses or are they part of the Weaver drones?
Excellent question. Go ahead and roll me a perception and occult difficulty 7 because there's.
I thought someone already figured that out, but I don't have occult, so I can't. Oh, perception and occult.
If not perception and occult, you can just do perception and alertness difficulty 8 then.
Okay. 8. 2 successes?
2 successes. As these horses are starting to bear down and get closer and closer, they do move a little weird.
Okay.
Some of their joints seem a little out of proportion. The easiest way to be able to tell whether or not they're part of the drones as well is, can you knock one off? But you're pretty sure there's probably at least some Weaver influence on these incoming horses. They might not be
Weaver
the same-
influenced horses are unlikely to run away from fire that isn't actually going to hurt them.
I mean, you never know.
Okay.
They still probably have some
We're
level
in sort of a dry brush area, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Okay. If they seem to be going through an area that's got brush because, they're horses and can handle a bit of leaves on the ground and stuff, that looks particularly flammable, I want to use my create element ability.
All right. Let me see what the range on that is.
The range is 60 feet, and I can only make up to a cubic foot of it, but the fire should spread like fire.
Oh, okay, so this is basically I'm going to set something on fire out there so that it's had time to spread by the time they get to it, kind of thing.
And it's less about damaging the horses and more about horses tend to freeze or spook or go somewhere safe. Anya has definitely had equestrian training.
Sure.
Because,
horses don't generally like open flame. Yeah.
If they're horse-like, maybe. If they're not, maybe not.
Yeah, I mean the fire is still fire. You know, so
if it does have specific damage that it does if they run into it. So either I might force them to go around their intended trajectory or freak out horses. Maybe.
Okay. All right. Go ahead and roll. So you'll spend a gnosis point, and you'll roll your gnosis at difficulty 6.
Okay. Is it possible to spend for an auto success on this or no?
Yes, it is. You can spend a willpower on this.
I'm spending for an auto success, spending that gnosis, and then rolling my gnosis.
Okay.
No pool mod, because auto successes are not a pool mod. Difficulty 6. I needed that auto success to not botch.
Okay.
Oh, sorry.
That's all good. So you focus in and you're trying to pull that fire together, but it's not coming. You're not getting that spiritual resonance that you're used to. But you didn't botch, so it doesn't flare up on your arm or something, which is good.
That's good.
Yeah.
That is my turn. I assume I'm already somewhat behind cover.
You are somewhat behind cover. With that failure, though, you do get a point of rage.
Awesome.
And that brings us to Sal.
Sal, do the horses or the cavalry, do they spook at all due to the sudden stomping and so forth? I assume they're war horses, so probably not.
They doesn't seem to have caused any psychological damage to any of the oncoming.
How many of them are in range at this point?
Oh, there's a solid probably. Which gun?
The Mac 10s.
The Mac 10s, maybe one or two of them at this point.
All right, can I run out and get into range?
Oh yeah.
All right. Sal leaps up over the edge of the rifle pit and says, "Everybody keep singing. Try not to shoot us." And he runs out, and as he's running up, he says, "Damn it, boss! I told you not to try to get yourself killed." And while running forward into range, I'm going to spend a point of rage, can I catch up to Aiden or no?
If you spend a point of rage, you can.
Okay, all right. But I can only spend one rage per round.
In terms of how much you can spend up to half your rage.
Okay, all right.
In a round.
Yeah, I'm going to spend 2 because that means I don't have to use Tommy's new trick.
Okay.
Because if I'm up past Aiden, I don't care who I hit. So I'm going to spend another point of rage, and I'm going to take just with both hands empty both Mac 10 magazines.
Okay.
Cavalry lines. So I'll just make 2 rolls.
All right. Well, you've got one in your offhand, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So that means I think the second one will be at a -2.
You mean +2 difficulty or -2 on my rolls?
Let me
or
check.
-2 dice.
I think it's -2 dice from the pool, I want to say, but I could be wrong. Hang on a second. Let me find that rule. Go ahead and make your first one just as normal with your auto, and then I'll find out what happens on your
difficulty is 8. I assume it's +2 difficulty because it's a spray attack.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
It is a fuck ton of dice, though.
Yes, it is.
10 successes.
Hot damn.
Nice.
Okay. Well, let's see. Okay, so they're going to have to try and soak that, which is not going to be great. Okay. So yeah, you just unload into one of these oncomers, and it eats a ton of bullets all at once. Just borderline annihilated. You see, you were aiming kind of center of mass for the guy on the back of the horse, and he's just pummeled through, tumbles off the horse backwards, ass over tea kettle. As you bring up your other one, it looks like it's a +2 to the difficulty based on what I'm seeing for the offhand attack.
Okay. All right. Well, then I'll go ahead and make my other attack then.
Okay.
This one I'm going to, I assume that was the one that was closest to us. I'm going to try to divide this between the next 2 closest.
Okay. So basically, half successes on one and half on another.
Yeah. Another 10 successes.
Damn. Oh wait, that's sorry. I suddenly realized that was for the attack, not the damage, right?
Okay, yeah, that's correct.
Okay. So sorry, I'm gonna need you to roll actual damage on that first attack as well.
That would make sense. All right.
Yep.
So 9 extra successes.
9 extra successes.
Hey.
So 10 damage. All right. So yes, exact same thing happened. Yep. Right. Okay. So then you'll be rolling 2 damage on you'll be making 2 damage rolls on this next one, one with 4 and one with 5 extra successes.
Okay.
Or sorry, wait, you need 2 successes because
I think yeah.
Each with 4 extra successes. Yeah, or extra pool mod. Yep. For your
All right. So the first one, just 1.
Okay.
And the second one, also 1.
All right.
Not as good that time.
Not so much. The second one the pistol dances around a little more, and you've just got some grazes going in, and yeah, they soak both of them. You see it just kind of nip at the clothes on either side, but yeah, it's intense. That first one though, fucking blown, man. Ingvar.
I'm standing bodyguard.
Okay.
So-
Are you trying to do anything in particular while you're standing bodyguard, or?
Let me check if I have any abilities that last for a scene that should be activated now.
And then you can also roll me a perception alertness difficulty 6 as you're keeping an eye out for threats. And
I'll go ahead. I guess I'll spend a willpower since it's to activate my lightning reflexes gift.
Okay.
And also,
The cat is getting into the food. I'll be right back.
yeah. So I need to activate. And then you said, what was the perception check?
Perception alertness difficulty 6.
Yep. That would be 2 successes.
2 successes. You're watching this fight go on. The spirit itself seems to be fairly quick with its attacks, but its maneuverability is a little more cumbersome. Looking Glass is able to continually just keep his motion around this thing. He's making small darting attacks in, gradually wearing it down, testing the defenses. It's a very different style of combat than what you were trained on. You know, I mean, the necessity of speed and that sort of thing, and the ability to anticipate your opponent's moves, that's fairly common. But the type of melee combat that you were trained on back in Iceland was a very probe the defense, and then hit in a way that is going to put them down and keep them down hard. He's doing a much more dynamic type of fighting style, small wounds, testing and constantly forcing his opponent to reposition. And it seems like it's almost going to be a battle of stamina, possibly between the two of them. Whichever one of them gets tired first is the one that's going to eventually succumb. But there's a couple small wounds on Looking Glass, but he's struck at least as many, and most of those look a little deeper, a little harder.
And while Ingvar is watching, she's just sort of patrolling the area around the ritual circle with the sawn off in her left hand and her fang dagger in her right.
Hakao is standing there, murmuring to himself, keeping up a constant sort of running commentary, you'd assume, or some sort of ritual chant. It's in spirit speech, so I don't think you have that gift, do you?
Yeah.
Right, yeah. So you don't understand fully, but he seems to be entirely focused on his job here as sort of the ritual master. And as you're making your patrol around with 2 successes, you notice off to the north, some sort of motion. Very kind of faint and in the distance a little bit. You're not entirely sure what it is, but it's not close enough that you're feeling like it's any sort of threat yet.
Oh. Keep an eye in that direction, but continue patrolling.
All right. Meanwhile, okay. Everybody's got some gunfire headed their way. Aiden and Sal, you guys are out in front, and you're pretty much entirely exposed. You guys are each going to have 2 incoming attacks on you.
Sweet.
So one hits Sal with, or hits Aiden with 1 extra success. Aiden, that's 1 lethal damage you need to soak.
Oh. It's fine. I'll like triple botch a soak roll somehow. Lethal. Nope, I
Alright.
soaked 1
Cool.
successfully.
All right, and then the second attack coming to you
Mm-hmm.
is for 6 lethal.
I soaked 1.
All right, so you suffer 5 lethal damage, just bam, right out the gate.
Yep.
I will point everybody towards the health and healing section.
Sure did.
Sal, one of them plugs you for 3 lethal that you can try and soak.
All right. I just made difficulty 6. Just make a lethal roll.
So there's a lethal one there. Should say your stamina and then the difficulty. So you suffer 2 lethal damage from that first one.
Wait, I soaked 1.
Right. And he did 3 damage to you, so you suffer 2 lethal total.
Oh, okay.
Right.
I see. Sorry.
And then the second one's got 1 extra success. You got another 3 lethal. Go ahead and make another soak roll for that.
Much better.
Yep. That one you managed to shrug off a bit. But you're realizing that you guys are kind of scarily exposed. And they are looming down on you. There's a fusillade of gunfire from behind you, though, that you see slamming into these spirits.
Is Aiden still on his feet?
Aiden, with that 5 that you took, you're still on your feet, right?
Jeremy, you're muted.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah,
Sorry,
he is.
I was muted because, food.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Anya, Dakota, and Alex, you guys are each getting 1 attack. Given that you're under cover, there is an increased difficulty to actually hit you guys. So, wow. Okay, Anya, somebody manages to thread a bullet into where you're.
The lethal button at difficulty 6, correct?
Well, I need to roll damage for it first. Yes, so it'll be lethal at difficulty 6. You've got 3 damage incoming.
2 successes to
All right,
soak.
so you only suffer 1 on your health tracker.
Where is the health tracker?
So if you're on the combat tab, it's right underneath the section that says brawling
I
and
see.
clawing. So that would put you probably into bruised.
Yes. I am not at any penalties yet, but I have taken both of my bruises.
Okay. 1 for Alex. He misfires.
Nope.
And 1 for Dakota. All right. Dakota, you have 2 lethal damage incoming, so you'll tag
Awesome.
your lethal soak button and see how you do.
There it is. There.
Perfect.
2 successes.
All right. So yeah, it kicks into the dirt right in front of you, and something hits your shoulder and spatters you with soil, but you kind of brush it off and might be a little sore tomorrow, but you're still feeling fine.
Okay.
All right. Which brings us to Alex.
All right, I'm trying to stay low because that's guns. Don't
Yes,
really
it
want to
is.
get in front of that. Um, they're either gonna come in one big wedge or they're gonna start to scatter out. So I'm trying to go around to the side, and I'm holding my action to make a howl to see if I can either draw attention away from like the oncoming ride or spook them enough to maybe get them to like pause or scatter slightly or something like that. So until they basically get a little bit closer, because I want to wait for our gunman to have a chance to hit.
Okay. Sounds good. Go ahead and give me a...
And I'm trying to stay hidden, so.
Yeah. Give me a manipulation and intimidation roll. Difficulty 7.
Okay. Manipulation. Intimidation. Difficulty 7. I don't like that manipulation is -3 in Krynos, but if I'm a giant rage monster, am I not more intimidating? This is theoretical questions. Anyway.
I mean, yeah.
I feel like it actually specifically doesn't apply to intimidation.
Well, there's not a way to do it in the not as far as I know.
I assume that is a different edition because I have not seen that.
Yeah.
It very well might be.
It might be. Anyway, I got one success.
It might even be a house rule that I'm
Yep.
remembering.
Yeah. I got one success.
Cool. So, yeah, you may have attracted some attention and possibly have gotten something changed somewhat,
Okay.
but yep,
Okay.
be easier to tell once they get closer.
Yep.
Anything else you're doing?
Nope, that's it.
All right.
Actually, did Anya get one of the Gaia's breaths when we were planning yesterday?
No.
I'll pass that off before I head out.
Okay.
If I can. So you have that. Healing. Because you're already injured.
All right. Sounds good. Dakota, your turn.
She is. How far away are they?
They are just now coming within rifle or pistol range, so
Okay.
probably 30, 40 yards.
Okay. She's gonna kind of stay down, and she is gonna shift to lupus form.
Okay. And just get ready to rip some people apart once they get close enough?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, just be ready.
All right. Which brings us back to Aiden. Aiden, you could conceivably get within melee of a charging horse if you use your entire movement this round.
Okay.
Can I say something out of turn?
Sure.
They're called rifle pits, not starting gates, you fucking jackass. Get back in the cover.
Okay, couple quick questions.
Yes.
Is it your turn action to use a talon?
It is the action on your turn to use a talon generally, yes.
Okay.
But you can of course spend rage for additional actions.
Yes, of course. I will use my Breath of Gaia.
Okay.
That I was given. I don't remember how to do that. It's been a long time since I've had to use a talon in a game.
Yeah. Where'd it go?
I think you roll Gnosis, right? And it's a difficulty 5.
Sounds generally
I
accurate.
believe so, yes.
That's what I vaguely remember John saying. It's what I got.
And it already has a set number of amount of healing in it. You just have to spend one to activate it, right?
Yes.
Up to 4.
Mhm. Oh, that's right. That's because Breath of Gaia is the right. It's called Gaia's Breath if it's the Talon. Durr. I'm like, why is this not showing up? I know it's in here. All right. Yes. So roll Gnosis, difficulty 5.
Okay. Pull mod 0, difficulty 5. Hey, look, I actually got successes on something.
All right, good. You heal 4 levels of damage.
Okay. And
Health
now,
potions.
yep. Do. Sorry, it takes multiple clicks to make a healing happen.
Yep.
So I will spend. I have. So I spend a full action. I can. If I spend rage for full action, I can get up to them. Can I attack?
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I will spend then, since I have a total of 5, I will spend 2 rage, so I get 2 attacks.
Yes, you do.
And I get a point of range for seeing this happen.
I mean, this is kind of how werewolf do.
This is a garooing.
Like Michael Scott. After I specifically ask you not to.
Yes, that is exactly how werewolves work.
Unlike me to you, you're not the boss of me. So yeah, he runs up. On the way up, drops the staff.
Okay.
And yeah, he's gonna jump up and try and jump up on one. He's just gonna start ripping and tearing.
Okay.
They're already dead, or they're spirits, and it doesn't matter. I'm not killing anything. So claw strike on 1. Is claw strike supposed to be difficulty 5?
I believe it is. Let me check.
I feel like it's 6, but it says 5 here.
Claw.
Mine's difficulty 6.
Yeah, sorry. Bite is supposed to be difficulty 5. Claw is supposed to be difficulty 6, unless you've got.
See what I mean about falling out of your chair at the appropriate time?
So that's
Jeremy.
that's a. So
Do
you
I
lash
get a
out
rage back?
So you lash out at one of them and just entirely whiff. You've still got another attack.
Do I get a rage back?
If you miss this one, you do.
Okay. We're biting this time.
Okay.
Lower difficulty.
Yep.
Hey!
There you go. All right. Go ahead and roll bite damage with 2 extra in your pool mod as you leap up and just sink your fangs into this thing. Nice.
I'll take Farag.
You in full Krynos just leap across the back of this horse, barely registering now that the horse does look a little weird, and you just tackle this thing out of the saddle, and you've got it now on the ground, your teeth in part of its shoulder.
Yep.
And yeah, you dismounted a cavalryman, sir.
Yes, I did.
Anya.
So, I don't actually have a weapon.
Okay.
Anya very much didn't mention that because basically anyone else would be better at that part. Also, I'm Krynos right now, so it doesn't matter.
Right. You
Uh,
are the weapon right now.
Yeah.
My dice would like to disagree with you on literally anybody would be better at that.
Statistically, not the other kind of statistically.
Right.
It's not fair. You're cursed. So I'm actually gonna try that brush fire thing again.
Okay.
I don't really want to break cover right now.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
Do I regenerate a lethal at the top of my turn? Because Metis, Krynos, or no? I thought there was a role for that, but maybe it's an action.
There's usually a role for that.
Anya's technically not in combat at this point. Usually it's only when you're doing like strenuous activity you have to roll, otherwise it's automatic.
Right.
How strenuous is being a coward and a wimp?
Alright, come on. Where's the whole healing rolls thing? Stuff is never actually where I think it's going to be.
Yep.
Sorry, I can't open the book right now without crashing
No,
the
that's okay.
stream.
That's perfectly understandable. Fuck it. I'm going to the index.
I like how you say that like it's
It's a personal failure.
I mean, that's fair. You should feel bad.
Yep, I should.
Healing is on page 258.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's under the systems and drama version of health, not the other version of health.
God damn it, that's my problem.
To be fair, that stuff only matters when you're looking at PDFs and not in physical book format.
I mean, if I'm skimming through a book and I find a section with a specific header, I generally expect the info related to that to be there, but yeah, it is more confusing with PDF.
Yep.
Guru regenerates or worse, bashing your lethal health level every turn.
Yes, so you are getting that one. Yep. You regenerate that one.
I'm getting it. I don't need to do the roll. Or I do need to roll. Okay.
Retrospectively, if it's reflexive, since it's reflexive, can I have done a roll to try, hopefully get my last point away?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, I am sorry that took so long, but it's important to everyone.
It's it is very important to everyone. Yep, absolutely.
And yeah,
you could say it's a life or death matter.
From there, I am going to spend my last gnosis and try again to start that brush fire.
Okay.
Because spending your last gnosis doesn't...
Nah.
Yeah, unless a lot of other things are also true.
Oh, that's not what I meant to do.
Sorry.
Of course, that I get a lot of fucking
Aiden
successes on.
Scouting around. I wonder if we're in the spirit world.
Fucking, yeah, that I get like bunch of 10s and shit.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, spending gnosis, rolling gnosis.
Okay. So I did get.
I'm spending another willpower for an auto success.
Okay.
Three successes this time.
All right, so that's 3 cubic feet of fire out in front of you.
Yeah, and hopefully it'll catch on whatever.
Oh, it's definitely catching on. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, you can see the scrub start to twist and blacken, and it starts crackling and spreading out. And yeah, no, when you suddenly drop a 3 cubic feet of fire into a spot, it tends to have an effect. Yeah, and there's already smoke starting to drift up into the air, into the morning air. Yep.
I understand this may be catastrophic for the environment, but right now we're trying to survive this fight, so...
Oh, Montana's had brush fires before. They'll be okay.
Fine, it's a spiritual representation of the
Right,
Empire.
and it's Ghost Montana anyway.
It's fair. Also, it's Montana.
Vastly superior Disney
Ghost town.
period.
Ghost town.
Actually, that makes it worse because if you fuck up the Umbra, that's
Yeah.
much more damaging.
But
Well,
this is a part of the Umbra that's specifically designed to
Yes.
be fucked up by combat, so it's probably not actually harmed by this.
No, it's fine.
Probably. Anya doesn't know.
Anything else for your turn, Anya?
Can I remain behind cover, please?
Absolutely.
Thanks.
And Sal, your turn.
all right. Well, my Mac 10s are both empty at this point, so I'm just gonna, I guess probably drop them. And what's the situation with the spirit cavalry that Aiden was attacking? It looks pretty well in hand, or
I mean, it's still kicking, but it's down on the ground.
okay. Yeah. Then first off, let me roll my my healing.
So yeah, that'll be stamina difficulty 8.
Botch.
Oh, that is not good.
It is not.
No.
It is emphatically not.
Yep. So you are not going to be able to regenerate at all in combat going forward.
Sal winces. Man, I would have been better off not even trying to heal.
I mean, yeah, kind of.
Sal winces at the at the bullet wound that is not closing up for some reason, and says, just under his breath, growls, "I don't know why the fuck I stayed up all night trying to get these rifle guys ready," and then we'll jump onto the nearest cavalry attacker that is not currently engaged with Aiden, but is, I guess the one next to that one.
Okay. Go ahead and roll for. Are you going claw, bite, what?
I think probably. Oh, you know what? Can I use my dirty fighting specialty to bite it in the hamstrings?
Sure. You going for the guy who's already down on the ground, or?
No, I'm gonna go for one of the running ones to try
Okay.
and take it down.
Are you going? So you're going for the horse?
Yeah.
Okay. Sure.
What does that do? What does that specialty do for me in combat?
So is it a dexter? Is it a dex or a strength specialty?
It's brawling.
Oh, it's a brawl specialty. Okay, so basically, any of your 10s are going to count as 2 successes rather than 1.
Okay, all right.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So that's 7 successes.
7 successes there then. Yep. Mm-hmm. Absolutely. So you'll be rolling your bite damage with an additional 6.
Okay.
Damn.
9 successes aggravated, and yeah.
So you lash out at one of the legs on this horse, intending to sever a tendon and cripple the animal or the construct or whatever this thing is. Your teeth bite, but you don't just get tendon, you also get bone, and you pull back surprised, and you kind of pull the whole leg with you, and it pops off. And yeah, you didn't so much hamstring as fully dismember, and it just hits the dirt, and there are gouts of blood everywhere. And yeah, you and within about 2 or 3 seconds, the thing is just limp and glassy-eyed.
Okay.
So if you were planning on taking out a horse, yeah, you definitely did.
Yeah, that worked out. And what is the rider doing?
The rider is busy sort of being half crushed under the death throes of his mount.
Okay. That worked out well. Let's see if we can replicate it. I'm going to spend a rage and try to do
Okay.
it. do another
lash
one.
out at something else going by.
Yeah, are they at this point? Are they charging by us, or are they sort
Yeah,
of?
they're kind of charging by you. Like you guys are catching some assault going forward, but their target is very obviously the camp.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Same deal. Not as good. 2 successes.
All right, so 1 extra success on your bite damage here. Are you going for somebody else going by, another horse?
Yeah, another horse. The same
Another horse?
attack.
All right.
You sort of circle around and grab one from the back. 7 successes, aggravated.
Okay.
Jesus.
With 7 successes, sure, we'll give them a chance at trying to soak some of
I,
this.
I came off the last 2 World of Darkness campaigns playing decidedly non-combat characters. I figured I'd switch it up for this one.
Yep. Oh no, wait, this is aggravated damage. They can't soak that shit. Never mind. So yeah, this one, the hamstring goes off flawlessly, and the horse just founders and slides probably a good 10, 15 feet. The cavalryman manages to sort of tumble off and catch himself a bit. But yeah, that horse is down for the count.
Sal, I think, just howls in victory and glee.
Awesome. Ingvar, the fight
Yes.
is continuing near you. You can see a long gash that is very slowly starting to close up on Looking Glass's right arm. He definitely has not given up the fight by any means, but there's definitely injury being traded back and forth between these two. What's your plan?
At the moment, I'm still tasked on bodyguard, so keeping an eye out for anything getting close.
Okay, you can go ahead and give me a perception alertness as you're trying to sort of keep an eye on the individual surroundings. Difficulty's 5 as stuff is getting closer.
3 successes.
3 successes. The charge has definitely hit the rifle lines. You can hear the gunfire on both the east and the west flanks of the camp. If they're able to break through, it's probably 3 or 4 rounds before they're going to be among the actual camp itself. But that cloud of dust further to the north makes you wonder if some of those reinforcements might be coming.
Can she tell which line is most likely to break open first and let some of the enemy inside?
Give me an intelligence and I'll say an intelligence and alertness on that one. Difficulty 6.
Intelligence, alertness. Ask. Diff 6. 3 successes.
Based on just the sound and what you can hear at this point, probably the east side where
Right.
Dakota and Alex and Anya are. But yeah, it's difficult to tell at this point.
Then she will start grabbing any large objects that are laying around and start building a makeshift barrier on the east side just to create some difficulty
level
for
of
things.
cover.
Yeah, some level of cover, some difficulty to make it harder for things to just charge into the circle.
Okay, go ahead and give me a strength and athletics 6 then, just to see how much you
does
can
my
start to.
Does strength reserves apply?
Oh yeah,
Okay. Strength,
yeah,
athletics.
you can use specialty on that one.
Difficulty 6, you said?
Yep,
That'll be 3 successes then.
3 successes. All right. Yep. So you start building up kind of a makeshift barricade based on what you can see. Hakao is continuing his chant as he's monitoring and presiding over this combat. And that brings us to the cavalry. So a number of them have to pull up and negotiate this fire that's burned up right in their path. The one that tumbled down is going to be making a saber attack against Sal.
Fair. Now, can I not soak, or is it just regen that I can't do?
You can still soak. Yeah, that's no problem. It's just the regen that you don't have access to currently.
That would be super mean. You
Yeah.
can't stoke.
Right.
Yeah.
You just have to take it. All right.
I mean, still not great, but not,
I mean, yeah, no, not
Maybe.
fantastic, but
This is the point where Jack says, no, you can soak unless it's silver. By the way, they pull out.
no,
Yeah.
this is not a silver blade. So he leaps down on you and just slashes away and misses. Wow, that sucks. So that's gonna be fun. Meanwhile, Aiden, most of them have ridden past you. But the guy who you have in your mouth is going to try and stab you as well.
Sounds like a plan.
He hits.
Good for him.
with
Enjoy
two.
it while you still have a face.
So you need to soak 5 lethal.
Okay. Again, 1.
Right. All right. So you suffer 4 lethal damage
Yep.
Some of you're
as
still
you
like
feel
alive.
the blade just lash up
I'm
through your
fine.
side.
Tickles.
And each of Alex, Dakota, and Anya are still in range of fire. I'm going to increase the difficulty by 1 because of all the smoke in front of you. Wow.
That's me again, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay,
Unfortunately, it is. So Anya is incoming.
I can
Only
take it.
2
Dakota's in lupus, which is her breed form. So
Right.
yeah, I will take
Oh,
it.
Dakota's in lupus. Dakota's not. They can't even see Dakota at this point. Yeah. So Dakota's got full cover. That's not gonna happen. So you need to soak 2 lethal,
Okay.
Anya, as a bullet rips through the smoke and pegs into your exposed shoulder.
Difficulty 6, 2 lethal. I think I shrug it off.
Yep.
Cool.
Just rips out some fur and buries itself in the dirt behind you.
It's fine.
Alex. Alex is the magically charmed. I look at people and they misfire. And Dakota, they can't even see Dakota, so that doesn't matter. All right. But they are now close enough that you guys, if you're planning on fighting in melee, you can jump out of the trench and get to them
Okay.
as they're sort of having.
Did
to
any of them
thin
happen
out
to go
and-
over the fire to get there?
Let me see.
Because the fire does have a set damage thing it can do if.
Yeah,
his-
I'll say a couple of them did run through the fire, and their mounts definitely suffered that 3
Yeah.
3 damage.
And I was making noise to hopefully try and either split the group or
That
funnel
definitely seems to have happened somewhat.
Okay.
Yep. But it's Alex's turn. Are you planning on engaging with any of the offense?
Yes, basically she's trying. So her strategy is redirect and like divert this group away from the camp because she's not really sure we can defeat them openly, but she wants to give the people in the middle enough time to finish what they need to do. So
Okay.
whichever target seems like the best candidate for that, I guess. I don't know.
Well, what are you actually trying to do? That's what that's what you're hoping to accomplish.
Yes.
What are you doing?
Yep. I'm gonna bite.
Okay.
Why not?
Sure.
Du-du-du. 3 successes.
All right. So roll your damage with an extra 2
Cool.
as you leap up and sink your fangs into somebody's exposed body.
6.
Ouch. Okay. Yep. So
Yep.
you can taste it's got a coppery tinge to it like you'd expect from blood, but there's a weird other mineral in there that you can't identify.
Huh.
This is not just blood, whatever these guys have in their bodies.
Okay.
Manifest destiny, the other white meat.
I'll spend a rage.
I'd
to
say
make
we need that on
another-
a shirt, but that is not something.
No,
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 no.
no, incorrect. I am gonna spend a rage to make another attack.
Okay.
I've injured that one. It's gonna have trouble moving at the very least, so I'm probably gonna go for a fresh one just to spread
Okay.
out as much damage as I can on these things.
Sounds good.
Spread
the love.
Huh?
Spread the love.
Yeah. Same thing, bite attack.
Okay.
4 successes.
Nice.
3. 7 damage.
All right. Yeah, you are just mowing into these guys one after another.
Oh, Red Eyes is back.
And yep, it's it's a mess. It's a mess afterwards. All right. Anything else for you?
Nope, that'll do it, I think.
Okay. Dakota?
Right behind Alex, Dakota
Okay.
is going to jump and bite.
All right.
Join me.
And bonus.
Nice.
All
3
right. So
successes.
go ahead and roll your damage with an extra 2 on that. Are you doing cleanup or are you going for fresh targets as well?
Honestly, whoever's closest, probably.
I mean, the closest guy is the guy that Alex first bit. So yeah.
She'll do some cleanup then.
All right.
You said +2?
+2 since you got an extra 2 on that.
Nice.
So you
4
just
successes.
bound up, land down, pause on this guy's side, and you just rip his throat completely out. There's just a splash of crimson with some other colors running through it. It's weird. And yep, he's gone. Are you spending any rage for extra actions?
I will. I want to
Okay.
do that.
How excited is Dakota that she found somebody with Technicolor blood?
I'm not sure she's really paying attention to that right now. She's
That's
kind of in
fair.
the moment.
That's real fair.
All right. So she's gonna go for another one.
Okay. All right, so 1 extra success on that one. So yeah, you definitely grab onto another chunk of enemy.
And is it still +2? or-
It's just +1 on this one.
Okay.
You only got 1 extra success.
Gotcha. 5 successes.
5. All right. Yeah. No, and there just one throat ripped out, move to the next one, and you just dig into the leg artery and sever that, and there's just another spray of blood across the scrub in front of you. And you can just smell the blood, the smoke. This is full on predator mode at this point, as you're just following right behind Alex and just making sure whatever she puts down does not get back up again. Hey, Aiden.
Yo,
You got a guy in your mouth.
sweet. So stamina roll first, cause ow.
Right.
Do. Are you fucking kidding me?
Is that a
Hang on a minute. Do you take the penalties to your health rolls on those?
I don't know.
Let me look. Is that
Is this a regen?
yeah.
Yeah, it seems a little weird to take the health penalties to your regeneration.
Doesn't say. This roll of
There's
effectiveness
one
does not involve
specific
taking a
thing
health
health
roll.
penalties don't apply to. It's definitely in the health penalties section.
I mean, you don't. Health penalties definitely don't apply to soak, whether or damage rolls. Whether they apply to this is questionable. For the record, our friendly viewers, I rolled 3 dice because it counted wound penalties, and I got a 1, a 1, and a 2. Like, that's the thing. These botches, they're not even like I have a bunch of 5s and some 1s.
Right.
It's like all 1s, 2s, and 3s on a D10.
Ugh.
That's a dice with 10 sides on it.
I'm
You're
really
only
worried
getting
that
about
both
4
of
them.
you might not have your ability to soak damage anymore.
Yeah, I know.
No, heal. Heal.
Or,
The dice
sorry,
penalty
heal.
is subtracted from your dice pool for
Your
every
automatic
action,
regeneration of
except
health thing
reflexive
that makes
actions
werewolves
such as
survive.
soak.
Not reflexive actions?
Right, and this is a reflexive
a
action, so
reflexive
I'm going to
action, so-
rule that those wound penalties should not apply to these.
Okay.
We are nothing if not consistent.
Reroll. I don't. Fuck it. 5d10. There's there's some success in there.
Good.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Much better.
So I'm going to say, yeah, with that, yeah, you've got.
Okay.
So you
That's
heal
also
as
good,
normal.
because it means that my wound penalty is down to 1
Yay.
instead of 2. And there's something in my mouth.
Yes. Yes, there is.
I bite down.
Okay.
One success is one success.
You hit. Roll your damage.
For
Nice.
4 ag.
Yep. So yeah, you bite down, and it doesn't move anymore.
It crunches appropriately.
It crunches appropriately.
All right, I get to my feet. I look around. Is there anything to kill within range?
Sal.
You besides Sal, yeah, no, Sal's facing off against another dude who's got
Okay.
a saber out.
Did this cavalry guy that I just tackled, did he have any launchable weapons?
He's got a pistol on
Is
him.
there a
yeah.
bayonet? Is there a bayonet blade at the end of his rifle?
He doesn't have a rifle with him.
Okay.
Yeah, no, he's
Damn
got
it.
he's got a saber, a knife, and a pistol. It looks like.
Okay. I was really hoping for Sal to be like, haha, and then just a bayonet blade comes out of the thing, guy's chest.
Right. Yeah.
Instead, it'll have to be a sword, because
Okay.
I'm throwing a sword at him.
You're gonna
I'm
throw a
spending
sword.
a rage point, and I'm throwing a sword at him.
Okay. Sure.
Unless I'm literally just right there, in which case I'll just stab him.
I mean, he's within movement range. Yeah, you can just
Okay.
jump on this guy if you
Okay,
want.
so yeah, I spend a rage point.
Those famously aerodynamic swords.
Yeah. They're
you
curved, like boomerangs, which were
You
definitely
give
meant
it
to be
an
thrown.
appropriate. You give it an appropriate, like football-like spin, and it'll be mostly straight.
I mean, admittedly, you throw anything hard enough at somebody, it'll
Yeah.
probably
Especially
Or you
something with
do-
sharp edges.
Or you do the end-to-end-to-end thing, which always looks great in the movies, and then when you actually do it, it like strikes him with the flat of the blade.
Yep.
Yeah, I was
like
gonna
long
say.
wise with the flat, like, ow, that really hurt.
Where is I'm just gonna roll because it's a melee thing. Shit. Okay, fine. It's
I mean, we know you're gonna roll shit because that's how you do it.
melee difficulty 6, I'm assuming.
Difficulty 6.
Okay.
Oh, you're not doing like a bite or a claw or something?
No, I'm picking up the saber and I'm
Oh,
jamming
okay.
it in the back of his head.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Um.
Yeah, difficulty 6.
All right. That's 2
All right.
successes to hit. What's
Strength,
the damage on it? Because I
strength
just
plus
used my
2
stat.
lethal.
So strength plus 3 total.
Yes.
So,
Mhm.
let's do that. That's 5 damage.
Dope.
Yeah.
Well, it's lethal damage, so he can try and soak that. Nah, he also soaks one of it, which is not nearly enough. So yeah, you just see
The sword
Sal,
come
you
out
just
of his
see a
face.
saber just come out through this guy. Kind of, I'm gonna say kind of mid upper chest area. A little bit of chin gets caught on the
That
thing.
works.
It comes out through and up. But yeah, and he just kind of is now like somebody tried to hang a coat on the front of a sword with a body in it.
And he gets us sort of launched in one direction.
Yep, and then he sort of forward and dead.
And that's my turn.
That's
For
your turn.
now.
Okay.
Yep.
So Anya, you've got people in front of you, fire in front of you, and two of your pack just kind of systematically chomping their way through some
Look,
cavalry.
they're doing a very good job of murder.
They are.
Just so I understand my options properly, does it seem like there's anything that can be done with like leadership or whatever? Probably not.
Not at this point. It's
Okay.
pretty much the battle is pitched at this point. So yeah, but nobody seems to be in danger of breaking or anything quite yet.
Yeah, awesome.
But there are a lot of people coming down.
Yeah, there's a lot of people coming. I know we have trenches, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to position myself to hold action to try and get anyone that gets through.
Oh, okay. So basically, catch whoever comes.
Yeah,
through
because
the
my
net
priority and concern is protecting this ritual. So if I'm like making sure the line doesn't not crack, but doesn't have someone slip through it.
Mm-hmm.
If that's a reasonable held action.
Okay.
To,
yeah, definitely.
nom on things that
Sure
do
thing.
that. Cool.
All right. You have a feeling that will happen fairly quickly. Sal, you're up.
All right. This guy in front of us is still standing.
No, he dead.
Oh, okay. All right. Who? What else? What's going on around us right now? Is the rest of the
main thing that you can see is that the majority of the cavalry line has passed you by and is now engaged with and starting to work their way through the rifle pits.
All right. All right. Sal's going to just wheel around and run back towards the rifle lines and try catch up and engage. Are they? I mean, are they in the pits at this point, or what's going on?
Some of them are, and some of them are making their way toward the earthworks that are the primary fortifications for the actual camp itself.
Okay. It's not exciting, but he's going to do the same thing he did before. If he's coming up behind them, he's going to try to take some of the horses by surprise.
Okay. Sounds good. Yeah, you can get to one and dig in. Go ahead and roll your damage with an extra die there as you bite down on.
Although that was 3 10s, so that's actually 3 extra successes.
Oh hey, yeah. With your dirty fighting, yeah, specialty. So that's so you're rolling with an extra 4.
Okay. 6 successes aggravated.
Nice. All right, yeah. You full on cripple this next horse that you run up on, tumbling it and its rider to the ground, who rolls free.
I'm gonna spend one more rage to do the same thing again.
Okay.
How many of these cavalry riders are there left?
Probably a good 40 or 50.
Okay. Probably gonna have to start pacing the rage after this. Try again. Okay.
All right, with just
okay.
110 there, so that's a total of 5 successes.
Yeah. Five success.
All right, yeah, no, you're chewing your way through these mounts, basically, just ripping out hamstrings and foundering the horses.
He is once he's up among them. He's going to be as loud as possible to try to
Attracting as much attention as he can.
Yeah.
Okay. Right, Ingvar, you're starting to see the first signs of people beginning to break through the lines. Are you planning on engaging with them as soon as you can, or what? Did William fall asleep again?
Possibly. William, hey.
No,
It's all good.
sorry.
You're starting to Ingvar's starting to see the first signs of the opposition beginning to break through the lines. Are you planning on directly running up and confronting them, or waiting for them to come to you?
At the moment, she's going to keep building her barricade and wait for them to approach, because she's trying not to. If she leaves in one direction and something comes from the other direction, then she's got further to go. So
okay, let me make a quick roll for. Okay. It's at this point then that you hear a shout from behind you, Sue to the north, from one of the people who's still inside the camp. And it's at that point, go ahead and give me a perception and alertness difficulty 7.
even 3 successes.
And at that sound, you suddenly see Looking Glass. His eyes kind of widen, and he literally stands to his full Krynos height and turns to look over the embankment, his attention broken from the fight in front of him. And at that point, you see the arm of the spirit lash forward, and he just, barely even looking at it, just slaps it out of the air, still straining his eyes to see above the embankment.
You've got a ritual to fulfill, brother.
And you hear the crack of a rifle from somewhere off to a different side. And the entire left side of his face just explodes in blood as a bullet catches him full in the face. And there's a beat as his body just sort of falls backward. The spirit, not having completed its attack on him, but a sniper's bullet having completed the actual attempt, just with a crack of thunder, vanishes. And you see Looking Glass's body fall back, and that silver blade just kind of tink, tink, tink to the dirt.
Damn it.
Hikau just looks at you, eyes wide. It's over. What are you going to do?
Lean down, pick up the sword off the ground.
Okay.
And sort of look it over in her hand for a second, and then look over to where the fighting is thickest. Well, it's not over yet. And with nothing left to guard, she'll head straight for the front line.
Okay. All right. East or west?
Where is currently worse off?
Difficult to tell at this point. It seems about the same, both sides.
All right, we'll head east then.
Okay. So you're running up onto the same side that Alex, Dakota, and Anya are located at. At this point, the cavalry is starting to make their push then. Anya, your held action more or less goes off as a
Awesome.
horse just literally kind of leaps across the pit.
I'm gonna do an attack because
Okay.
that was the plan. Let's see. I guess bite makes
Okay.
sense.
Yeah, no, definitely. Flying hooves. You can try and catch a leg.
4 successes.
Nice. All right, go ahead and roll your bite damage with an extra
3, correct?
3. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Jack, what's the trick on fighting with 2 weapons?
Let me take a look.
Oh, wait. To cancel something real quick. Extra successes. 3, submit. 5 successes, or 5 damages.
5 damage. All
Yep.
right. Good. Yeah, no, you take a chunk out of this thing as it comes flying across.
Okay.
Okay. At this point, everybody is pretty much in the thick of it, with the exception of Ingvar. So everybody's going to be taking 2 attacks. Right. So starting, we'll just go down the initiative order. Aiden, there's going to be 2 guns headed towards you. First one misses. Second one has an 1 extra. So you've got 4 lethal incoming, Aiden.
Okay. I'm gonna predict, based on my previous soak rolls, that I'm gonna soak 1. But let's see. Well,
Well then,
Nice.
you only suffer 1 lethal damage.
all right. Oh, that makes sense because it keeps wanting me to have 4 levels of lethal damage.
Gotcha. Just wanted to keep you solid in that
Wants to keep me
minus
right
2
at that
penalty area.
range, yeah.
Right. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep. Right. Anya, you're still slightly in cover, so I'll increase their difficulty by 1 for you. They both miss. All right.
Yeah.
Sal, you're still exposed, so
And is tanking through irritation.
you've got 1 hit. So you need to soak 3 lethal.
Yep.
Nice.
And all right. And then you need to soak, as the bullets start flying, another 3 lethal.
All right. Yay.
All right. Yep. They're buzzing past you, and you can feel parts of your clothes and body being pulled and tugged at, but it's not hurting as bad as you would think. Alex, you've got
It's my first damage ever.
2 lethal incoming.
Okay.
You can try and soak that one.
Yep.
All right. Good. And then just 1 lethal incoming.
Hey.
All right. Yep.
I know it doesn't matter within the Umbra because it was just on Earth, but for
Yep.
future reference, if
Yep.
Alex takes damage but soaks it. Does that count as blood? Her blood hitting the earth?
You'll have to find out.
Okay.
Let's not though.
Dakota, you need to soak 3 lethal
Oh.
as a bullet comes your way.
Wrap up Alex in like bandages ahead of time.
Nice. And then second shot. Then you need to soak 4.
Okay.
So you suffer 1
Okay.
lethal health level. So that'll be just click it until the requisite box has an X in it.
Where is health on here?
So that is on your same combat tab, underneath brawling and clawing. Your first empty circle. If you click it, it'll have a slash, but since it was lethal, you'll just click that same spot again until it has an X in it.
I don't see it.
Let me take a look at your character sheet. All right, so you're on the combat tab. You'll scroll down. So this is your health marker here.
Oh, okay.
Right, so I clicked it twice, so now it's an X. So you've got 1 filled with lethal damage.
All right, sorry.
No, it's all good.
See that?
Okay. And then it's Alex's turn.
Oop. Okay. Well, I don't know that any of that happened, so I'm gonna keep fighting.
All right.
The cavalry is starting to jump over the fire thing, right?
Yes, they are.
And then you said the bite specifically was weird and tasted weird. I bit that guy's hand off, the weaver drone that was in the halfway that we like brought into the halfway house.
Yeah.
That tastes the same. Is this feel like a weaver thing? Or is it possibly something else?
It's not the same. No,
It's not the same.
It's not the same.
Okay, I don't like this, and I've been on edge from weird smells. Shit. How long is the line of cavalry that's on our side? How spread out is it?
I mean, you've got probably 70 or so horses and mounted people associated. So, I mean, it's pretty long. Yeah.
Okay. It's pretty. Would I be able to get to the another side? No, I would not be able to in my movement. No. Nope. I'm gonna tell Dakota start trying to split them off, and I'm gonna I'm gonna curve around the back of these things, and I'm gonna go for one in the middle.
Okay.
Is it an action to do? It's probably an action to activate a gift. The
Yes.
sense worm, right?
Yes, it is.
Might be useful though. This is weird. I'm gonna do that, and then I'll see what happens, and probably spend some rage. But sense worm.
Okay.
On this.
Your difficulty is 7 at the moment.
Two successes.
2 successes. Oh, there is worm every damn where.
Okay.
You are in the middle of a battle that has a huge destructive force behind it. There is,
There's worm here. I'm going to say that over the mental link so everyone knows. And I'm going to spend a willpower to activate Fangs of Judgment. I get 2 extra dice of damage to anything that has been corrupted by the worm.
Okay, so there is the presence of worm. There is not corruption, however.
That's different?
Yes,
okay.
that is different.
To all beings who have fallen from their original purpose to the service of the worm. So that doesn't count?
Yeah,
okay.
Nobody... The influence of the worm is present because there is a pitched battle going on.
Okay,
right.
Cool.
But
sorry, I misunderstood.
But nothing here has been tainted or corrupted.
There are no black spirals here yet.
Right.
Okay. I wasn't sure.
Yep.
All right, never mind then. Yeah, I'll spend a rage to make another bite attack because that seems to be pretty useful. And this
Okay.
is gross, but it's fine.
It's gross, but it's fine.
Yep.
Everybody
Oops,
living
sorry,
in-
I
The
rolled damage
story of
before I rolled the
Werewolf the
attack.
Apocalypse.
Give me 1 sec. I'm gonna reroll that. There's the actual attack 2. Okay.
All right. So
And
you
then-
roll your damage with 1 extra die.
Yep. 6.
6. All right. Yeah, you rip a huge chunk out of this next guy.
Okay.
Yep. He
Yeah.
has seen better days for sure.
All right. I have 1 rage left. They're gonna keep going. At that point, it's kind of. Are we kind of keeping pace with them?
What do you mean by keeping pace?
Are they on the horses? Are they going kind of past us to keep going?
Yes.
Or when we...
Mhm.
Okay. I'm going to spend my last rage then to make another attack.
Okay.
Same thing. Gah! Not a botch though.
Right.
Go off.
So no.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So solid miss, but no,
Okay.
not a botch.
Do I get
Yep.
my rage back?
No.
Okay.
You have to fail really
That's
hard
fair.
to get a rage.
That's
You
fair.
gotta fail pretty
That's
damn
fair.
hard. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. I'm good. That's my turn. I'm done.
Okay. All right. That brings us to Dakota.
Okay. What had Alex said to her?
Is try and split them, basically.
Okay.
Carrying.
Right.
And also that the worm is here.
Okay.
It's vague, but we probably already knew that.
All right, and she's gonna continue on cleanup work.
Okay. Go ahead and make your attacks as you lunge out with whatever it is you're lunging out with.
Four
Nice.
successes.
All right. So damage with an extra 3 then. Yeah. Clamp down and sink your teeth into something soft nearby.
Nice.
7 successes.
Okay, yep. And yep, you're still just following behind Alex as she's making her way across the battlefield, and you rip out the innards of yet one more. Which brings us back to top of the order.
All right. What's nearby ish?
A large knot of mounted men with guns.
Worked for me.
Okay.
In goes the saber wielding wolfman.
Okay.
And I go up to the nearest one and I try to stab them a lot.
Okay. Stab away.
Stab away, stab away. Sorry.
Really? We're going.
Oh, wait. Let me roll my stamina thing.
We're bringing Celtic woman into into the Battle of Bear Paw.
Nope, I did not heal.
I'm not
No,
playing
you
That's
did
fine.
not.
I got 1 success to hit then.
You
Okay.
didn't botch your healing though, so
No.
You did not botch your healing. Nope.
I did. It is important to note I did out of 5 dice roll 3 ones,
You did.
but I managed to scrounge up an 8 in there, so I'm
job.
good.
Good job.
Fuck's sake!
Wait, can we heal again now?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, no, it's
Uh,
still the same scene.
wait for me to start rolling 12 dice and not succeed, Jeremy.
But I did do 5 lethal damage.
All right, so you stabbed a motherfucker.
I did.
He soaked 4 of that, but you did get a guy.
All right.
You nailed a guy with a saber. Well done.
Sweet. This is gonna be fun.
Yep. All right, Anya, back to you.
We're not making a dent taking these things out one at a time. At this point, is there anything that can be done with leadership or tactically that
If you wanted to try and focus the fire around of other people around you towards a specific target, if you wanted to try and get them to redeploy to a different position, you could try doing things like that.
I'm asking, as John is very fond of saying in this game, because my character has knowledge and experience I don't have. I am trying to I understand, and I'm sure Anya understands, that there are too many of them for our, well, we go through them like butter strategy to really help.
Yeah.
I'm trying to understand what I can do that might be more of like a broad sweeping assistance rather than, oh, there's 39 instead of 40 people bearing down on you.
Yeah, as far as that goes, kind of no. You guys are in an entrenched position, but at this point it's literally who can hit the hardest and the most. It's going to come down to the numbers at this point.
Fine. Well, in that case, I'm spending my action to activate Lambent Flame, which means that I am illuminated and there's a +1 difficulty against attacks on me, and I'm spending a rage to also attack something.
Okay.
Still sort of aiming for the very front of their line, trying to stop them from continuing further.
Sounds good. All right. So, wow. Okay. So you spend a willpower point and you are bright silver now.
Yep, I am a glowing target. This is the only other thing I can do.
Mm-hmm.
I have very limited combat capabilities. I'm a metis who can turn into a spotlight.
Yes, you can.
And nom on whatever it is. 3 successes.
All right. So you champ down on the nearest thing to you that seems to be an enemy. Go ahead and roll your damage with an extra 2 dice.
Okay. 5 successes on damage.
5 success. All right. So yeah, you just chew into this this cavalryman that's close by to you and rip out a pretty significant chunk of fluid and viscera.
Mm-hmm.
And
cool.
Yeah, the blood is red, but you can see there's kind of like an oily rainbow sheen to it. And yeah, it tastes weird, but you do damage, definitely.
Yes, it tastes weird. It's some sort of spirit that is also a weaver drone. That is also whatever else this thing is.
Perhaps a U.S. Army soldier.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't imagine U.S. Army soldiers taste particularly weird, but, you know.
So
Only one way to find out.
Just to be clear, these are U.S. Army soldiers that are also Weaver drones, right?
Maybe.
Seems to be.
So we've got a real be all you can be situation.
It's Sal's turn. Do something.
Can I say
God damn it, Craig!
Can I say that pun in character and see if it hurts? No, it would kill Aiden. I'm not going to. I think, like I said, how is the situation in the rifle pits?
It's melee in the rifle pits at this point, almost. Yeah.
Okay. Are there still I think I'm going to start by trying to gauge the situation. Would I be more useful outside, harrying the back of the cavalry that is still coming up, or would I be more useful jumping into the rifle pits and fighting in there side by side with the riflemen?
6 of one, half a dozen of the other.
Okay. Where is Aiden? Is Aiden inside the pits or outside?
He's outside right now.
All right, then I'm staying outside. I am. I think at this point I'm going to try to I'm going to do a body tackle and try to drag down one of the. No, you know what? It's been working so far. I'm just gonna bite and try to bring down another one of the horses and see if I can. Because it seems like when the horses go down, their riders are not getting back up. Correct?
No, it depends on how bad the horse goes down.
Sure. Okay. But of the ones I've brought down, that has been the effect, right?
When the horse goes down, the horse goes down. The riders are sometimes rolling clear and getting back to fight. Sometimes, but sometimes, if the horse goes down, they take the rider with it. Yeah.
One of the horses you took down had a rider who got up and only went down because the saber went through his face.
Yeah. Right. Okay. All right. Yeah, we're close enough then to the pits that I think I'm going to stop concentrating on the horses and start concentrating on the riders. So I'm going to attack one of the nearby riders, try to pull him out of the saddle.
Sounds good.
With a bite. Just one success. Yikes.
Just roll flat damage then.
7.
That's some damage. You chew into the guy, and it hurts him for sure.
Yay, Krynos. That's all I'm gonna do.
That's all for you.
Yeah,
all right.
I'm running low on rage. I don't want to burn through my last bits.
Gotcha. Yeah. So Ingvar, as far as fighting with two weapons goes, you can do that. If you're doing it all as one action, you do have to split your dice pools.
Okay.
But if you're doing it as multiple actions, then you get whichever you want. But with your offhand, there is an increase in difficulty for that attack. So depends what you want to do, pretty much.
What's the silver sword look like stat-wise?
It would function currently as a knife, more or less.
Okay. So it's basically the same thing as my Fang Dagger at the moment, only it doesn't do the Fang Dagger thing.
Right.
So I'll probably just have it in my offhand for the purposes of having it, but primarily leading with the Fang Dagger.
Sounds good.
So Ingvar will just come barreling out towards the cavalry line that's charging in. Whoever's in the lead, do they seem particularly like they are of a higher rank, like they are leading this charge intentionally?
No, not particularly. Mostly what it seems is they happen to get a little further or a little sooner, but they seem to be of similar standing and capacity as anybody else around them.
There doesn't seem to be an obvious officer among the cavalry.
Not currently, no.
Okay. And she's just going to charge and dive into the lead cavalry officer, or cavalryman. I said officer. It's like both blades out and just drive down into them and drag them and theoretically their horse down. The attack is mostly a vector, however, for she's going to use the Visage of Fenris to frighten and slow down the enemy.
Okay.
So first off, the attack itself. 4, 7 successes.
Yep, that's a hit.
Well, let's roll Gnosis real quick to see if we activate the Fang Dagger. We activate the Fang Dagger, so whatever
Okay.
I roll for damage is doubled and is aggravated.
Okay.
Extra successes, 6 extra successes. 14 aggravated damage.
Cool.
And then as she dives into the front line and drags the guy down, do I need to spend a rage to activate Visage of Fenris, or just
You would,
do it?
yes, you would need to.
Yeah, so spend a rage. And then that will be
Charisma and intimidation.
Charisma Intimidation. Do I have any bonuses to this? Does Pure Breed apply at all? I don't think so, but
Not particularly. No.
okay. Fortunately, I only need 1 success to cow anybody who isn't a guru. So, Charisma, Intimidation, difficulty 6. I have 5 successes.
Okay.
As she just drags this horse and rider down with the blood spattering all over her, and she just rears back and issues an echoing howl across the battlefield.
Yep, that's happening.
Sounds legit.
Yes, indeed. And everybody is in the thick of it at this point. So everybody is getting attacks against them.
Increasing my difficulty because I am a bright source of light.
Yes. So increasing your difficulty for any melee attacks.
I am super excited to go into auto frenzy.
Oh yeah. So yeah, we'll just start with Aiden. 2 guns and a saber.
Jack, it says all attacks. I don't know if ranged attacks aren't called attacks in this system, in which case fair, but it does say all attacks.
Yeah. So for Lambent Flame,
rule it however you want. Just bringing that up.
They changed that. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Yep. Nope. For everything.
I mean, that makes sense.
I'm spreading light 100 feet.
Yeah.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
It's hard to aim
I can't
at
look
that.
at you.
Yeah. Don't worry about it. It's fine.
That's too bright for out.
No,
That is.
that actually makes Lambent Flame useful, because it used to be you'd be like,
Oh.
all right, the spirals are attacking me. I activate Lambent Flame, and they're like, excellent. The snipers take you out.
I'm sorry I didn't realize it was different in older systems.
Yeah, no, you're fine. You are. It is a much better. It is a much better system for you currently than
Yeah.
it used to be. Yep. All right. So, but we're starting with Aiden.
Yep,
It's 2 successes.
it's a hit.
So that's definitely a hit for the first one. Doesn't do any damage though, because that's second one
Okay.
is similar. All right, 3.
Less ha.
Yep.
Little less ha.
Go ahead and roll for soak.
Okay. Still up.
All right, so you suffer 2 there.
I'm still good.
Yep, and the last one is a saber attack. 2 successes, and
I'm
well,
less good.
Ooh.
that's not great.
I'm a little less good, folks. I am 2 below incapacitated. Which the good news is there's no over damage.
Nope.
Does it start
I'm assuming this
going-
is all lethal and not.
This
like-
is all lethal, yes.
So it starts going and becoming aggravated then, right?
No, at
That's
this
how that
point,
works?
if I don't do the rage frenzy, and if it doesn't work or I don't do it, they do 1 more lethal to me and I'm dead.
Cool.
Right.
So I'll try.
Go for it.
Because why not? Where are my things? There we go. What's the difficulty again? Is it 8?
Yes.
There we go.
There you go.
Good. All they have to do is breathe on me. I fall back over. But because I healed one whole level of damage.
Clarification question. We have a spirit link. Is there any sense given that this happens?
Yep. I would assume so.
Yeah.
Because someone just frenzied.
Okay.
So yeah, there's a level of awareness to everybody in the spirit link that this has happened. Okay.
There's howling rage inside my brain. Good,
yeah.
good. That's not a problem at all.
Nah, it's fine. And then it's so that's against Sal now.
Just no one's shooting it on you. I take it.
Wow, that's bad. So that guy didn't. Nothing happened
I
there.
Battlefield.
Second attack against Sal is with an additional. So Sal, that's 3 lethal coming to you.
Soaked it.
Soaked it. Very well done. And then the saber swings towards you as well. 1 extra success. And that's 4 lethal coming towards you with that one.
So 3 total attacks, correct?
Yes, 3 total attacks on you at this point.
So I'll take 1 more.
I like how
Alright.
casually you said that. Just soaked it.
Soaked it. I'm good. Okay.
I thought that was the end. I was a little more worried when there was another attack coming.
Ingvar, as you pound into this guy with your fang dagger, there are just 3 firearms attacks coming at you as you do so. First one, you will need to soak 4 lethal damage.
I soaked it.
Excellent. Well done. Second one, you will be soaking another 4.
I soaked it.
Well done.
Woo!
Third one, we will see if that is at any point much worse. Oh, another 3 lethal.
I soaked all but one of it.
All but one of it. Congratulations, you suffer your first lethal damage.
Just
Yep.
a scratch.
There is a scratch. There is indeed. Alex.
Yep.
Most of them are beating on you with melee weapons at this point. So the first attack is with an extra 2.
Ow. Okay. Let's
Go
see.
ahead. Yep.
I really like the idea.
3?
Obviously, this is not
Okay.
the case. It would just be really funny if Ingvar has simply never been hurt before.
Oh
Well,
yeah,
the-
no,
the
Alex
cap-
has
one-
never been. So
The
this
Captain
is new.
Hammer response when
The
when
one
guy-
yeah, it's like the one little scratch like makes Ingvar like ah goes and runs away.
I mean, this is the
Is
first
this
time
what
Alex
pain
has.
feels like?
I mean, this is the first time Alex has definitely been injured.
Yeah,
so
it's like
yeah.
the Captain Hammer response from the
Yes.
end of Dr. Horrible.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
So okay, yep.
And the second one
This is
it,
going well.
it hits per bad as well. All right.
Ooh, okay. All right.
You soaked half of it twice.
You soaked half
Yeah.
of it twice.
I'm crippled. This is good.
Yep. And the third one. is definitely not hitting, not even close. So we're just gonna let that one pass. And Dakota, one of them fires a gun at you for 3 lethal. As there's a crack and an impact. So you suffer
so-
2 of that.
Yeah.
And there's another ricochet. 1 success. So you will need to try and soak 2 of the 2 damage as a second bullet hits you.
1 success.
All right. So you soak 1 of it, and you only suffer 1.
I'm so excited to when John's like, all right, what did I miss? New game.
All right. I think
We
that-
don't know. This could be not Ready Player One rules. I mean, unlikely, but it could be.
I think it is. But we
Don't spoil it for the people that don't know, Craig.
Thanks for spoiling it, both of you assholes. But no, I'm not confident that's going to be the case here.
I was just leading up to saying, I think one way or the other, we're about to find out very, very soon.
All right. And then I believe that leads us to so now it is Alex's turn.
Just as a
Okay,
clarification, no one tried to attack me?
Um
Because you never told me anyone was rolling against me. Because
I
I had a
think
thing that
yours-
I need clarification on what I roll to regen.
Oh, okay.
But yeah.
Yeah, wait. I might have missed yours then. Wait, what?
You did.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you never actually had any attacks
did.
going on you this
Yeah.
round.
Oh, okay. Sorry, Anya has attacks coming as
Okay,
well.
Then,
yeah, sorry, I
before
missed
that
yours.
starts,
Yes.
what do I roll to regenerate? Because I tried to at my turn. I forgot. I didn't know what to do.
Straight up stamina.
Stamina difficulty something.
Yes, stamina difficulty 8.
Okay.
Sorry, I
That's-
forgot to try and kill you.
That's the part I didn't know. 2 successes, which means I do regenerate that one, I assume.
Yes.
Awesome. Yeah. Sorry, now you're free to murder me because I have the health that I will have.
Right, exactly.
It is at an increased difficulty because of Lambent
no.
Flame.
Nope, you're good.
Awesome.
All right. So everybody's difficulty goes up there for attacking Anya. Yep.
Yep.
Okay. So 3 successes. So the damage coming to Anya on that one is. So that's 4 lethal.
I can try and soak that.
Yes, you can.
So I take 2 lethal.
You take 2 lethal. Yep. And the other attack against you is a botch. Okay. So, yep, that's all that happened there.
All right. Sorry.
No, it's all good. All right. So, Alex, it is your turn.
All right, I'm gonna use my words and say because
Such a bad idea.
Yeah. First I'm gonna regen because I want to try that. Because ow, 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 ow. Alex has never been hurt before. Nope. Why didn't it roll anything? Oh, that's because the wounds are still applying. I have
Yep.
to do it with +5 then, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'll just do that real quick. Sorry.
Oh, geez, you're at +5. Okay,
Yeah.
Why did you give me your healing buffet, Loon?
Because you were kind of terrible looking when I left, so that's why I handed it to you.
So you added a modifier of 6.
I did? Oh, it did one extra. All right, I'm bad at rolling. Here, give me 1 sec. We do it one more time.
Just do the roll 5d10
Hey,
with the button.
there we go. It's that made it flat, right? Yeah.
Yes, I
stamina.
believe so.
Yep. So I got a success. So I'm good there.
Okay.
All right, I'm slightly better. I'm gonna say over the mind link because things are getting into the camp. Is the ritual done?
When it gets to my
And
turn,
Hekau
can deal with this.
responds,
Yes.
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 Okay.
Okay. Cool.
Amazing.
Beautiful. Are we staying? Because I'm really hurt. This hurts.
And one person can respond.
Can I?
Sure.
If we want to have a chance, we need to all regroup.
All right. So that's what you hear.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, then I'm gonna keep biting, trying to work my way toward like the central area, because that's probably
Okay.
where we're gonna meet.
Working
so
your way
I
back into the camp. Okay.
will try, and I'm gonna bite again. Hey, 3 successes still.
Yes, indeed.
Okay. So 2 aggravated.
2 aggravated. All right. Nice.
And I start moving.
And you start moving. Good to know. All right. Dakota. Your turn.
Dakota is following Alex, so she will also be working her way through.
All right. Are you making any attacks as you do, or?
Yes. Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely.
All right. Snap down on somebody.
I like that the wound penalties go from -2 to just -5. Like, there's no gradation. It's just a sharp.
Well, yeah. It's the difference between being
very
mauled
sharp.
to completely crippled.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
Jack, how is this cavalry reacting to me? Because the horses are domesticated and I have smell of man.
They're reacting to being attacked about as you would expect.
I'm going for the riders. I'm not even bothering the horses as far as I can.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. All right.
these horses
so
ran
3
through
damage,
fire. They're
aggravated
not
damage.
normal.
And yep. All right. And as Alex and Dakota start their attempts to regroup, that is where we are going to end for the week. And we will see you guys for the conclusion of this battle next time. Say goodbye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
And you got us out.
I am trying to get that to happen.
No worries.
It is harder than it looks. Well, it's not. I'm just an idiot.